This tutorial provides a brief overview of the sensor data window. The sensor data window displays data from any connected sensors in a graphical format, as well as the speed from the GPS. The x-axis is time, the left y-axis is acceleration, and the right y-axis is speed. During a live inspection, the graph will update in real time. Previously recorded inspections, such as the one used for this tutorial, will display the entire history of the acceleration and GPS speed data. Each accelerometer is assigned a unique color. This color is used as the graph color for the accelerometer so that you know which accelerometer produces which response. In this inspection, accelerometer 1000 is assigned the color cyan, and accelerometer 1006 is assigned the color magenta. Based on the performance standard selected, threshold lines are also displayed and are based on the performance standard threshold values and levels. In order to change the display order of the graph, click on the left arrow button at the top right of the sensor data window. A panel will appear displaying the order of the graphs drawn. Using your mouse, drag any graph row to another row to change the display order of the graph. Click on the minus button to collapse the panel when ordering is complete. To zoom into a specific area of the graph, hold the left mouse button down and create a rectangle with the mouse. All of the graphs are linked, so all of the graphs will zoom into the area you've created. You can zoom in as many times as you require. When you are zoomed in, you can use the scroll bar at the bottom of the sensor data window to move through time at the current zoom level. To undo a zoom level, right-click the mouse and select Undo Zoom. Alternatively, you can click on the Reset button in the Graph toolbar to reset the view of the sensor data window to the entire inspection. The sensor data window has a context menu with the options of Show Point Values, Undo Zoom, Snap, Add Manual Exception, and Add Note. The context menu is available when you right-click the mouse in the sensor data window. The Show Point Values option in the context menu will display the point value X and Y of the graph that is under the mouse cursor. This is a toggled option. As discussed previously, the Undo Zoom option in the context menu will undo the last zoom operation. The Snap option in the context menu is only available when the mouse is near an exception or note. Clicking on Snap will focus all three data windows, GPS, sensor, and exception, to that exception's time and position. The Add Manual Exception and Add Note options allows you to add a manual exception or note to the inspection. You have the option of entering a memo about this manual exception or note. The toolbars at the top of the rMetrix application can be used to manipulate the view. The first toolbar on the left toggles the data by accelerometer. As an example, clicking on the magenta icon, the color designated for accelerometer 1006, and selecting None, removes those accelerometer's exceptions from all the data windows. The graph for accelerometer 1006 is also removed from the sensor data window. Clicking on the magenta icon again and selecting the performance standard adds the accelerometer's exceptions back into the data windows. The accelerometer graph is also added back into the sensor data window. Clicking on the yellow icon, the default color designated for manual exceptions, toggles the visibility of manual exceptions. Clicking on the green icon, the default color designated for notes, toggles the visibility of notes. The GIS toolbar only affects the GPS data window. As discussed previously, the Reset button of the Graph toolbar will display an overview of the entire inspection in the sensor data window. The X button toggles the visibility of the accelerometer's x-axis data. The Y button toggles the visibility of the accelerometer's y-axis data. And the Z button toggles the visibility of the accelerometer's z-axis data. The Toggle Speed button toggles the visibility of the speed graph in the sensor data window. The Toggle Exceptions button toggles the visibility of the exceptions and the corresponding threshold lines in the sensor data window. Each accelerometer is assigned a button in the Graph toolbar that allows you to remove the graph from the sensor data window or view the graph as either raw data or filtered data. By default, the sensor data window displays the filtered acceleration data. To change this for a particular accelerometer, click on the drop-down arrow next to the accelerometer's assigned color. Click None to hide the graph. Click Raw to show the raw acceleration data. And click the Filter to show the filtered acceleration data. The Window toolbar allows you to select an area in the sensor data window for reporting and analysis. Click on the blue Window button, then hold down the left mouse button and create a rectangular area with the mouse. The corresponding area is also depicted in the GPS data window. To remove the area, simply left-click the mouse in the sensor data window. Since this is the same action used for zooming in, click on the blue Window button again to clear this mode. You will now be able to zoom again while maintaining your analysis area. The orange window allows you to store areas of interest for future inspections. This has been a brief overview of the sensor data window. Contact us if you would like to learn more about our metrics.